Last week I posted a video about the 8 true clutter zones of my house. And after a comment from my mom, I wanted to make a clarification about that video. My mom watched it last week, and she didn't post this comment publicly. She talked to me about it when I went to visit her upstairs, and she said, "I watched your video, and I guess I have totally failed you as a parent." And, no, not really, no. Now, I will say that for a good part of my childhood, I was not expected to clean up. Things just happened for me. And that probably led to some of my inability to pick things up in a timely manner. But it's mostly just the fact that I'm a procrastinator and I am okay living in a dump. Seriously, the one thing that I really wanted to clarify about that video is this, and that is that while I do have 8 areas of my house that are like clutter magnets for me, where I set things down rather than put them away, they are not all cluttered all the time. I did post way back in a video several months back that I have a method in place to try to keep my house at least fairly clutter-free. And that is that every single day on my Todoist app, I have a different area of the house that I will clean and take care of, reevaluate to see if there's anything else I need to get rid of. So I have one day for the bedroom, one day for the bathroom, one day for the kitchen, one day for the living room, one day for my photography studio. I have another day for my closet, and then I have a day off. So while things may pick up, they may get cluttered occasionally, they don't always have stuff on them. And I'll show you around my house here in just a minute. Okay, so I have not bothered to clean up my apartment at all before making this video, so that you can kind of see the problem areas that I talked about in the last video. Some people in the comments said, "We really would have liked to see you cleaning that up." Well, no. But so I'll show you around a little bit here. I'll kind of tell you what I got. So one of the things, let me turn this around. One of the areas, of course, is this chair and ottoman. Now, I still have sitting in this chair a Ruco mini drone that I am going to take out to do a review on. So that's not technically clutter for me. The other area that is still extremely cluttered is this couch. And I need to tackle this couch. It's not something I need to make a video about. I just need to tackle it. And then I have largely cleaned off my standing desk when I did a video putting this little walking treadmill under it. So there's not much left here that needs to be cleaned up. So aside from that couch, now obviously this table is cleaned off except for this bag that needs to go to trash. We'll get to that later because I'm filming this at the end of the video. These are all the things that are going to Goodwill from the end of the video. But as you can see, I still have a ton of junk right here in this corner that I really need to tackle. This video is all about this drawer that I talked about, so we'll get to that. And then here in the bedroom, my bed is, let's turn the lights on. My bed is pretty cleaned off. This came from cleaning out the drawers here. It needs to be filed. But all of the tech stuff that was here is now gone. So you can kind of see that my house is not cluttered all the time in every area. But these are the areas that attract the most stuff. So now let's go back to this top drawer over here and let's take care of this little cabinet that I've not touched since I started this journey a year ago. So I think you can see that most of the areas that I have talked about in that video don't really have any clutter. My couch in the photography studio is still messed up. I still have to go in and do that area. And the bar area of my kitchen still has stuff on it that I haven't cleaned off in months, and I have to do that today. But today I wanted to talk about this side table because I mentioned the fact that I have this top drawer here that has a lot of stuff in it. So let me show you what's inside here. Just going to grab my phone and do a quick video while I'm talking. So this is the table, and it sits underneath my picture of the prodigal son. And I bought this table just shortly after moving into the apartment, and I love this table. And the top drawer just has all kinds of stuff thrown in it with no rhyme or reason whatsoever. And this is actually a dining room table because this front folds down. This drawer is supposed to be used to hold plates and dishes and silverware. And I'm thinking seriously about changing it into that by the time I get done with this video. I'm going to think about it while we're doing this. And then on the other end, I have these other drawers. Not much in here, some stuff I need to throw away. And you'll see that I've got, like Christmas stuff in here, papers in here that I need to go through. And then down at the bottom, again, more stuff. So we're going to go through all of this today and just kind of look and see what we have. And the way I typically do this is I just pull everything out and put it on this table so that we can kind of talk through it. And hopefully we will get rid of some stuff, straighten out some stuff. I know what that is. Okay. It's like, I don't even know what that is anymore. I do have a lot of stuff in here that I can definitely either get rid of or needs to be moved into another section of the house. Some of the stuff I have actually looked for from time to time because I needed it and couldn't find it because it was buried underneath everything else. Some picture hangers in here. This is probably empty. Okay, so I'm going to move one of these chairs over here out of the way so I can get to the table a little better. So one of the things that I look for from time to time are these Sharpie pens, and I can never find them, and I definitely need to hang on to them. I have some little bungee cables here that need to go back with my tools, so I'm going to set that over here. I do have a little tech pouch bag that actually clips on my belt. That needs to go back in the place where I store all of my extra photography stuff. I bought this book, 100 Things to Do in Chattanooga, thinking it might give me some ideas for things to do around town. It didn't really help much. So it's going to go to Goodwill. Where can I'm going to put my Goodwill stuff right over here so I can clutter up the kitchen again. I have a microfiber cloth here that needs to go back with my camera stuff. And then I have some timers here for Christmas lights, and they need to go back with all of my Christmas stuff. So set that aside for a minute. This is all old mail that now is no good anymore. And so this is a tax document. I need to hang on to that. Let's just quickly go through all of this paperwork here. Some Medicare stuff I don't need anymore. Don't need that. Don't have that loan anymore. Already done that, don't need that. This is also tax stuff. More stuff I don't need. Rooms to go, don't need. Don't need the contract for 2 maids and a mop anymore. All right, let's start with this. Let's get rid of this. Trash is always the easiest thing to get rid of first. This also goes with my Christmas lights. I do have some tape here that I will keep in this drawer. I've got some paperwork here for my mom that I need to file. Don't need, don't need, don't need, don't need, don't need, don't need, don't need. And you wonder, okay, so why is this so hard to go through all of this and just get rid of this stuff before you ever put it in the drawer? Well, my intentions, this is the, where is this from? This is the Fresh Market order form for last year's Thanksgiving dinner, where we ordered some side dishes from them. So yeah, you see where I'm at? All right. I've got an extra light bulb. This actually needs to go back to my bathroom where I store those. Some other light bulbs need to go back there. This I will keep in the drawer because I'm always looking for paper, for paper. I have some coasters that were given to me by one of my kids, and it's got pictures of all my family on them. I'm going to keep that. All these picture hanger things need to go back in the tool room. I bought a cover for my laptop keyboard. I don't remember why I bought it, but I know I don't need it anymore, so that's going to go to Goodwill. And then I have these little, little picture things to sit on shelves. I don't need those anymore. They can go away. This needs to go back with my camping equipment. More picture hangers. And then I have all of these little Allen wrenches that don't fit anything anymore, so they're going to go in the trash. It's not worth sending them to Goodwill. These are just little add-on things for my camera, so they need to go back with my camera equipment. I have a cousin who passed away recently, and this was a CD that she made, and that needs to go back in my bedroom with my CDs. I have all of that. I have some pens and pencils here. This paperwork needs to stay filed. This is the warranty information on what? It's on my refrigerator. Okay, so that needs to also be filed. All right, then I have something else to go with my camping equipment, which is a second fire maple mug. After I burnt up and destroyed the first one, I decided I better get another one. And then I have some books here that were recommended to me by some people on this channel. Your Kids Don't Want Your Stuff. I have a book that was loaned to me by a friend of mine, by Billy Crystal. And another one that was, I think, written by someone who is a subscriber here, and that is Adventures of an American Medical Student novel, all of which I need to get back out so I can actually read them again. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of time and move these things back where they need to go, and then we'll come back to the next drawer. Okay, so I've moved all that stuff where it needed to go, put a few things back in this drawer. I'll show that to you at the end of the video. But let's move on to the second drawer that is probably the most useless bunch of stuff. Some of which I will get rid of, some of which I won't, but so I have a Christmas photograph back when my daughter Brittany has 3 kids now, and back when she only had 1. I got this picture. I would never let go of that. This is actually a light fixture that fell off of the house, and I will never put it back because I don't have a ladder long enough to do that. And so I'm going to put that over here. I also have a cake pan or cake platter that I may or may not ever use, but it doesn't need to be in that drawer. It needs to be over here with the other stuff in the kitchen, so I'm going to move that. And then I have some other little tools and things that came with something that I assembled, and I have no idea what that was, so that's going to go over here. And then I have a blender, a mixer, that it goes this way, that I no longer have any of the beaters that go in it, and I have no use for it whatsoever. So I don't know if somebody at Goodwill would be able to use that or not, but I don't really feel comfortable just throwing that away. And then I have an extension cord. So again, I'm going to put these things away, and we'll be back for the next drawer. Okay, so I've put all of that back where it needed to go. I did put the cake platter over here to go through the dishwasher because it's dirty, and I need to wash it before I put it away. This drawer is one of the more interesting drawers, probably. And you know, I don't necessarily mind using these drawers to hold easily accessible Christmas items, because that just makes it easier for me to set a few things out when it's Christmas time. But when they don't make, you know, any sense, then it's a different story. All right, I have a couple of 45 records here. This one, I don't know who this is, but my brother may have played on this album. No, this is a former senator of Tennessee, and I think that's going to go to Goodwill. But this 45 right here was made by my brother. Fake Trains on one side, A Man with No Equal is on the other side. I need to find a way to digitize this and then send this to my nephew. This is the receipt for my youngest daughter's wedding dress. Do you know how long ago that was? In here, let's see. This is all crap from, this is all paperwork from Knox County Schools, and it can all go in the trash. This is the one from the state senator. I'll put that over here. And then I have paperwork on my daughter Brittany, which I have files somewhere. This is empty. I would love to empty a bunch of this stuff and get rid of it. This is, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is information on where we sold our home about 20 years ago. Yeah, okay, so this is also going to go in here. The hanging files I will pull out, but the other things I will trash because they've already been used. This is transparency film that I'm sure I used 25 years ago. Oh me. More trash. See, I've just been kind of waiting for this moment. This is resume paper. I'll put this over here. I will never need resume paper again. I don't plan to apply for anything. More dividers for my folders, labels, greeting cards. Don't need any of that. All of this will be chucked as trash. I originally bought these boxes to use in my closet, and then I decided they would work really well in these drawers to kind of hold things and keep them together. So in this one, I have the stockings that I hang for all of my grandkids. They go on my mantelpiece over here. Some more things that I can either trash or get rid of. This one is actually broken and it is of no use to me, but it still, well, I shouldn't say that. I think it still works in the drawer, so I'm going to hang on to that. Okay, so I've got to pull out a few of these hanging folders to put over here for Goodwill, and everything else is going to go back in the drawer as sort of my Christmas drawer. I'll be right back. All right, that just leaves us with the bottom drawer, which is another mishmash of interesting stuff. This is just an empty box, but I hang on to these empty boxes because I use these to wrap Christmas presents, so I'm not getting rid of that. Let's see what all this paperwork is. Okay, this is all stuff from my time at UT. That can all go in the trash. This is all also trash. I knew this was trash when I stored it, and I just never went back and looked at it again. So more folders to send to Goodwill. More trash. This one's got my name on it, so I probably better look at that. More trash. Some stuff I can send to Goodwill. More trash. Probably needs to go with my baby album. I thought I recognized the handwriting on here. That's my mom. All right, so that's one box emptied. Empty. Do these have anything in them? Yeah, some of them do. Again, this is 20-year-old paperwork. That can go away. I'm not really sure about this. Oh, this is from my Emmaus trip, which was really nice, but I don't need that anymore. vacation information from 25 years ago that I don't need. And something else empty that I don't need. Let's just grab all of this here. More old paperwork, trash paperwork, trash paperwork. This is an order form for a day timer that my second wife used 30 years ago. Probably don't need that. Don't need that. Again, all old paperwork that I don't need. And more stuff to take to Goodwill. So out of this drawer, I have 3 empty boxes. And that's all that's going back in here. And again, I just keep these that for stuff that I put in the drawer, I can sort of make sense of it maybe a little easier when it goes in. This will be good for a wrapped Christmas present. This is going to Goodwill. And then all of this is trash, and I just happen to have gotten a dedicated trash bag here for all of this. And I'll be honest, I mean, I've lived in this apartment for a number of years now, and I knew when I moved in, this paperwork needed to be trashed. I knew it. That's one of the reasons why I set it aside, sort of out of sight, out of mind, because I just didn't want to be bothered with it at the time. We won't be bothered with it anymore now. That's going to go to the dump. Okay, so let me just quickly again grab my phone here and walk you through what these drawers now look like. We'll start here at the bottom. So the bottom drawer is now totally empty, except for some storage bins. This drawer now has just Christmas items in it, which I may add to before it's over. You never know. The second drawer is, fairly empty. And then I grabbed an organizer out of my bedroom closet and put in here. And this is all that I have in the top drawer. And I probably never would have tackled that had I not made last week's video. And I feel much better now. Now, the decision that I have to make moving forward, and one that you can help me with, okay? So here's something to think about. I can very easily take what's in this top drawer and move it down because, they're pretty much empty. And then this actually, if I can remember how it works, this actually folds down then to become more of like a buffet where I could put like my main dishes and something to hold my silverware, and I could get rid of the corner piece over here that holds my silverware because I don't have a drawer big enough for it. And it would free me up a little more cabinet space where everything is over here nice and neat and easy to get to. So let me know in the comments if you think that is the way forward or if I should just leave it the way it is and worry about kitchen stuff later. I appreciate you watching, and we will see you next time.